let's just jump into it because the running back market is just a fantasy football conundrum, to say the least.
Yeah.
How do you view Dalvin Cook and Ezekiel Elliott in a fantasy draft, Matthew?
I like both of them. I think both of their upsides are limited, obviously, because of Breece Hall for Dalvin Cook and Ezekiel Elliott with Ramondre Stevenson. So let's take Dalvin Cook first. So I have Dalvin Cook at running back 26. So I'm as a mid-tier flex. And I think a good thing to look at is sort of go back to 2021 when Aaron Rodgers was the quarterback of the Packers and Nathaniel Hackett was his coordinator, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the last time we saw those two together. And in that year, Aaron Jones for the Packers averaged about 17, 18 touches a game, and A.J. Dillon averaged like 11 to 13. And even though obviously Jones and Dillon are very different types of running back than Cook and Hall, I think that's right. I think in terms of usage, that's a pretty good barometer for us because Hall is so explosive and maybe Cook has lost a step, but still very effective. The reasons he's not in Minnesota is entirely financial. It's not about the effectiveness of his play. There's a reason why Aaron Rodgers, gave up some money from his contract, restructured his deal. He's like, hey, I'm not giving money back to the Jets. Like, get me some guys in here. And look, Michael Carter's and Bam Knight, they're nice players, but they're not Dalvin Cook. And so I think it makes sense to take some pressure off of Rodgers. This is an all-in year, obviously, for the Jets. And so I think you will see. Look, it's going to be a good team. They're going to be in scoring position often. So that's my expectation is that I have Breece Hall as kind of a mid-tier RB2. I'm at 16 overall, and then I have Dalvin Cook at 26.
And Ezekiel, we have no idea. Or I'm just assuming Bill's going to use him as that inside the 10 battering ram or somebody who's going to be an outstanding 4-minute offense guy. But so is Ramondre, right? I mean, it's your guess as good as mine what happens inside the 10 for the Patriots, right? Don't you think?
My expectation is you'll see a lot of Ezekiel Elliott, who is still very effective in short yards, still very effective at the goal line. Last year, in terms of among all the running backs that got the 25 most goal to go carries inside the 5-yard line as well. Among running backs with carries inside the 5-yard line last year, Ezekiel Elliott was 4th in the NFL in terms of touchdown success rate. Ramondre Stevenson was like 23rd. So, again, very effective short yardage back. But that's the role that Damian Harris had last year for the Patriots. And even with Damian Harris taking some of those touches away, Ramondre Stevenson was still a borderline, a top 10 fantasy running back. I think as it relates to Ramondre Stevenson, to me this is actually the best case scenario for Ramondre Stevenson's fantasy value in this sense. The Patriots weren't going into the season with just like Pierre Strong, and they were always going to sign a veteran. And I think Ezekiel Elliott, who hasn't been used in the passing game that much at this stage of his career, that's a better sign for Ramondre Stevenson than Leonard Fournette, who they also had for a tryout, right? Stevenson's going to get all the passing down work and some of the touchdowns. Ezekiel Elliott's going to get the short yardage stuff. He's going to get some touchdowns. I have Ramondre Stevenson, running back 15. I have Zeke at 40. So, look, in a scenario where Stevenson might get hurt, all of a sudden Zeke is a top 20 running back, but feels like Zeke is not going to get that much passing down work, and that Ramondre Stevenson is still going to get the majority of the running back touches in New England. So for Ramondre, I think it limits his upside. Zeke being there and taking touchdowns means that Ramondre is not going to be a top 5 fantasy running back, but his floor is still safe because the passing game work is going to go to Ramondre Stevenson.
Are you in the middle of a draft right now, Matthew? Are you?
I'm not.
Okay.
I am not.
Just want to make
I'm
sure.
in the middle of a crazy podcast run. I think I have, not including my own show, I have like 5 different interviews / podcasts that I'm doing a day.
I'm sure. I just want to make sure that, that you're not, every now and then in the middle of your answer, like sneaking a peek if you're on the clock or answering a text from somebody saying, I'm on the clock, help me out. I mean, your phone must be buzzing like crazy this time of year.
The phone does certainly blow up, and I am actually in a slow draft, so there is a chance, but I blocked it out. No, Rich.
Okay.
My attention is fully on Rich and the Rich Eisen Show.
I'm not saying your attention is split here. You're a multitasker of multitaskers, Matthew. That's for sure. But I'm just wondering if you're in a draft right now. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.